I finished 2 years of studying in 21 days. This video is divided into 4 chapters. How did I do it? If you've watched my previous video on how I learned how to learn, you'd know that traditional classroom teaching methods never worked for me. Of course, this varies from student to student, but personally, I just don't absorb information that way. Most of what was taught in class barely stuck or didn't stick at all. As a procrastinator, I find that deadlines are what truly motivate me. I tend to wait until the last minute to get things done, and before I knew it, I had only 21 days left before my agricultural science exam, without having studied a thing. But I didn't see this as a bad thing. The Agricultural Science D A syllabus consists of 6 sections, each containing numerous objectives. To cover everything in just 21 days, I had to stay extremely organized and committed. Both of these things go hand in hand, so if you're gonna attempt this, keep that in mind. I gather all my notes. Some were provided by my teacher in PDF format, but anything that was missing or unclear, I typed out myself. I then printed them because hard copies are far better than digital ones. Why? They're easier on the eyes. There are fewer distractions. And I just prefer the tangible feel. I followed the traffic light timetable method, which I explained in my previous video, and which will be explained to down to the T in my upcoming book. Here's how it works. I listed every topic from my syllabus in spreadsheet. Each day, I covered one or more topics and rated my understanding using a color-coded system. Red, I don't understand it at all. Yellow, I understand it to some extent. Green, I fully understand it. I didn't revisit green topics since I already understood them and had limited study days. Instead, I focused on revising red and yellow topics daily until they eventually turned green. For example, these were some of the topics I covered: principles that govern organic farming, importance of agriculture, types of agricultural enterprises, major challenges affecting agriculture. Each day, I worked through topics, prioritizing understanding over memorization. And the way I did that was using my visual and mind mapping note-taking method. This brings me to my next point. Instead of mindlessly memorizing pages of notes, I focused on truly understanding the concepts. This method is far more effective for long-term retention. I explained this strategy in greater detail in my previous video. Time management was key, but it wasn't a problem as long as I dedicated my entire day to learning. I'm not the fastest learner, but there's a difference between learning and studying. When you actually understand the material, you retain it much better than if you were just trying to memorize words. This is how I took my notes. I would review the material from the notes I had or typed out. I need to emphasize the importance of truly grasping concepts rather than rote memorization. I believe that by breaking down information and reconstructing it in one's own words and visuals, students can achieve a deeper comprehension and retention of the material. If you look here, you'll realize that I used a lot of illustrations and diagrams along with mind mapping to truly grasp the concept. At the end of each day, I reviewed everything I had learned. A great way to do this is by using a whiteboard. Pretending you're teaching someone else, or just write what you can remember in your own words. One thing that made this process faster was that I already had prior knowledge of certain topics, like photosynthesis, so I didn't need to start from scratch. If you ever find yourself in a similar situation, just remember, with enough effort and time, anything is possible. And that, my beautiful people, was just a summary of my upcoming ebook on CXC preparation secrets, and most importantly, how to pass mathematics.
I was a backseat driver, scared to steer my clean.